I have finally had enough of everything, and I've literally quit one job to go to possibly another job, and quitting that second job. Here's to being unemployed like the rest of America was during the pandemic while I was working my ass off, super pregnant. And what I want to do for you is actually read my resignation letter. I want to start with the one that I would have liked to have sent, but then going along and sharing the one that I actually did send. You know, if you're on the fence about quitting a job, if you feel like you're working for the man or the woman that kind of makes your life a little bit more miserable, I want to make sure that you know that you wouldn't be the first. You're not alone. I do have at least a couple years worth of, I can be really cheap the next while and live with my partner comfortably, but I do not have a lifelong retirement saved up, just enough time to buy some time to figure out, okay, this is the next best step forward. So here's to getting rid of toxic pieces of shit or toxic careers or any of that jazz. First email, what I would have liked to have said. Dear Shelley, I came back to work here because I forgot how big of a piece of shit you were. You micromanage and you're never organized. You always talk about process improvements, but simultaneously they complicate everything and slow the whole system down. I just started and I'm already sick of this bullshit, so I quit. Love, Britt. But I didn't want to be that brief with her or make her feel sad. When I think about this boss, she works her ass off and she expects everyone around her to kind of uphold those very same standards. Like, she practices what she preaches, and, you know, I really do enjoy her. Anyways, this is what I actually end up sending. Dear Shelley, I realize I've made a mistake rejoining the team. To be honest, I thought working from home would be enough of a perk to look past some of the cons I remember from when I was last working there. While trying to find my direct reports' 2021 goals in our network drive, I came across Claire's and Henry's reviews. They were heartbreaking to me. Claire expressed how busy she was and that she was too busy to even write the review. Meanwhile, Henry was given a negative on every metric. I think Henry probably could have been relocated to a different team that he might have thrived on rather than being put into a new role that would ultimately get him fired from. Then Allison sent me a file path to the SOPs to familiarize myself with. One was completely blank. The other had a basic bullet point list with not enough detail to go from. I tried digging around, and I found that a few of the files couldn't even be opened with content enabled without crashing my Excel. This included the payment commitments file that I have to work from a few times after month end. Anyways, Evan said that this was a known issue and to not enable these. There's a distinct fear on the team to make any changes to legacy files or locations because these changes may break dependent macros or systems, none of which are documented. I do not have access to our company email. I just got access to the recons, but I got assigned all 170 recs to review with no transition period. I'm uncomfortable taking on a bunch of work right from the start and certifying the recs as if I'd read the contracts beforehand. That would be impossible. The only way I see myself doing a good job in this role is if I sacrifice time with my family. I don't want to waste everyone's time trying to train me to get up to speed and keep collecting paychecks for a position that I don't even see a future with. In the interview, I said I was looking for a home. Coming back and seeing how things operate feels like that I need to pursue another path. You're a great, hard-working woman, and thank you for allowing me to work for you twice. Getting out of college, I would have been happy to bend over backwards to get the job done, but I have a child now, and I need to make sure that I make her proud. Being absentee, even for a few months just to get up to speed, doesn't feel acceptable. Thank you for accepting my second resignation. I wish you great luck in finding someone to join the team. Since I've only been on the job a few days, I don't think providing 2 weeks' notice would make sense. I hope you understand my reasonings and have no hard feelings. I'll return my equipment and badge to security this morning. Sincerely, yours truly, that person that's quit on you twice, me, Britt Nolan. So anyways, I send this letter out. I returned my equipment to security. I came back and nothing had changed. It felt the same. I was actually working under her a few years back. So anyways, when I get done turning in that stuff, I get a text message from my boss. She says that I wish that you had reached out and addressed your concerns with me. And I say, well, I don't say actually anything. I'll respond tomorrow. Or maybe not. But I'm thinking, I worked for you 2 years ago. A lot of the issues that I'm seeing now are the same issues that were happening before. And the biggest issue is these high expectations, these unreasonable expectations that get set before anybody's had a chance to jump in the water and see if they can stay afloat. You're already sinking them down with an anchor. You really need to find ways to give people a chance to learn how to do their job. I'm lucky because I know that I can afford to take some time off and figure out what I'm going to do, but people get in these situations all the time where they hate their job and they want to quit. I was looking for validation, but nobody can provide that validation but me. I was asking friends, is it okay if I quit? I was asking my parents, is it okay? And nobody wanted to sign off. Oh yeah, it's gonna be okay because, they're not gonna pay for my life if I can't afford these things. The only person that really was able to make any kind of say in that is actually my husband. If you're looking for some kind of validation to quit your job, here it is. It's okay to quit your job, but remember, you're gonna have to be the one that saves you. You're gonna have to be the one that goes out and explains why you quit. And if a company can't understand that you quit because things sucked at your last job or you needed a mental break, then that's fine. That's just not the kind of company that you want to work for, because they're the kind of company that's probably gonna put you in that same situation again where you need another break, or you don't want to work for them because their expectations are unreasonable. It's okay to just say, fuck this bullshit. I mean, I completely surprised myself today by being that irreliable asshole that just quits with no notice. I don't know if that's gonna catch up with me, but here I go, off into the unknown, just being Britt the quitter. And that's alright. We'll figure it out next month. Thanks.